Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Triforce Tactics Podcast. This is episode 29, and I'm your host, SpicyAppies, joined today by my co-host, RamKev.
RamKev, that is me.
Jirachy is not going to be with us this week. They are at a concert, to my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Trombone has Jirachy for the weekends these days, so do.
It is what it is.
And so, as far as TFT goes, we got some big, juicy stuff to talk about today. Particularly one big, juicy thing, which is regionals. The biggest tourney of the set outside of Worlds for NA, and that is going to be on. It starts tomorrow. Oh shit! It starts tomorrow.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
shaky. So we'll go over that. We'll talk about the players, expectations, yada yada yada. We'll talk a little bit about the C-Patch just came out. And then after that, we're probably just gonna shoot the shit for a little bit. I mean, not that's a very big thing to talk about, but after that, like not much is going on in the world of TFT. So everyone's focus is kind of just on that and in-houses and how cool of a guy Mortdog is. He's been in my chat recently, which it feels pretty cool.
Yeah, Mortog popped into my chat today while I was playing Mahjong.
He's doing the rounds. Yeah, so we can just start out as we usually do. I think okay. You know what I do have to do? I have to stop saying we can start off as we usually do, because what we usually do is I say we start off how we usually do. I'm gonna write that down as a note. Next time he's gonna say we're gonna start off like we never do and talk about our weeks. Anyways,
Oh my goodness.
I've just been playing a lot of TFT, watching more TFT than I've been playing. There have been a lot of in-houses this week, and I've just been kind of like sitting in GV8's chat and Doju's chat, and not even necessarily chat, but streams. I don't really talk. I just kind of lurk. Watching some New Bowel, some Voidson, some Inigo, some one today. Oh, I'm watching some Noster. Yeah, I'm kind of doing the rounds, trying to absorb all I can for regionals. I played some in-houses today with is actually with EU people who are qualified, or like EU regional people, as well as some KR people, which is really cool. Those lobbies were really fun. I was telling Kevin I had this one board that was the most fun board I've ever played in my life, which was 6 Sniper, 2 Colossus with 3-star Alistair. I had 3 Sniper specs. It was so sick.
Monka ass.
But I've just been enjoying myself pretty much. How you been, Kevin?
Not bad. I've been good. I've been enjoying life. I went to a wedding this weekend, which was fun. I flew all the way down to Louisiana. Okay, the awful part was that I had like a morning flight, and the place where the wedding was like an hour and a half away from the airport. So I had to wake up at like 3 a.m. and drive an hour and a half to return this rental car. That part wasn't great. It completely fucked my sleep schedule. But the wedding was fun. Got to spend some time with friends. Been playing some TFT. What else? I've been playing some Mahjong on stream, which is a great time. I gotta say, I've been enjoying it.
I have to share this story. So I popped into Kevin's chat today, right? I finished streaming. I was like, I'm gonna see what Kevin's up to. And so I get in there, and he's in this heated game of Mahjong. And so he's into it. He's like, okay, I'm kind of down, but I can come back hard here. And so for the next for the next like 3 to 5 minutes I'm watching, is I have no idea the rules of Mahjong, by the way. So I'm watching as all that's happening is like everyone's putting down a tile. Sometimes it feels like it's like turned the wrong way. The tile is. And so this goes on for maybe 8 or 9 rounds, just people dropping these tiles on the board, right? And then the whole time Ken's like, okay, I can come back here. I can come back here. Like, this is it. Like, if someone, I forget the word was. He said like, if someone gets this thing, I'm good here. And then someone put down a tile. Totally, like, it looked the same thing that had happened at least like 36 different times already. So there are 4 players. And then Kevin said, "Oh, I lost." I was like, huh?
it takes some getting like the thing about Mahjong is like you don't get you just got words on tiles, right? So like if you don't know what the tiles are, then it's like you actually don't know what's going on. But it's a fun game. It's fun gamba, lots of RNG involved. Bobe was actually playing it as well. The day that I decided to stream Mahjong, I actually looked on Twitch and I saw that he was recommended to me before I decided to play. This was like because I had decided to play some Mahjong like the day before. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play this on stream like after I do some TFT because I think it'll just be fun. And then like right afterwards, I saw that he was streaming it. I was like, what is this? So it's this like crazy coincidence. But yeah,
just like Mahjong taking over the TFT scene. I actually saw that too.
Yeah,
he was in my recommended channels list, and I was like, maybe this
yeah.
Mahjong game just like it was like a new game that came out, like a new version.
Yeah,
Not a new
I
version
mean
of Mahjong, like a new way to play it.
it's definitely like it's definitely like the site that I'm playing on is not new, which is also the site that he was playing on. But it's definitely a game that like TFT players can get into. I had a lot of similar elements, and I feel like during the downtime, right? Because after set 6.5 regionals for like most players, basically for all but 4 players, they're just gonna be sitting there like with nothing to do for like a solid 2 months, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. Like it's a good thing to get into. For that nice period of time where there's nothing going on.
Yeah, no, I think myself and Mateo, our producer, are gonna boot camp some Mahjong after regionals.
Oh hell yeah!
Try our hand at the Mahjong world. Go to Mahjong regionals. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we've had some pretty good weeks overall. This is, as people in the YouTube comment section something like to point out, this is a Teamfight Tactics podcast, though. So we will get into the meat of the issue here. Not issue, but the topic, which is, I need to bring my mic closer. Regional.
Oh my goodness.
My camera wasn't so scuffed. Everyone who's listening, my camera is always scuffed on the Twitch version of this, not on the YouTube version. So it looks really Pepega on Twitch. It'll look fine on the recording. Anyways, regionals is happening. I'm gonna pull up a player list. Actually, I have right here. So these are 24 of the best TFT players in North America. Not necessarily the 24 best. RamKev himself is not in this list, but
whoosh.
Because it actually Abby's won't have time to get in Mahjong because of the Premier Worlds. Yep.
Hell yeah.
So how the whole tournament works is there are 3 days. 24 players start off, and then every day 8 players get eliminated. So overall in the event, we have Asa, Socks, Soju, Dish Soap, DQA, Goobums, Aniko, Kebchen, Kivix, Goose, Robin, Milk, Non-Tom, Dubowel, Noster, Pawnup, Ramblin, Robba Van Knob, Setsko, Spencer, myself, Solus, Valet, and Voidson. Also, side note about Robba Van Knob, he came in my chat the other day, and I was like, man, I can never pronounce your name. And then someone told me that he has, in his Twitch channel, he has a way to pronounce his name in the description. So I immediately went to his Twitch channel to figure it out, and it just says
was it these nuts?
Oh no, it was just his name. Like he just said my name is pronounced Robba Van Knob. Like there was no indication of how to actually pronounce it. He just like typed out his name.
Darn it.
I feel like I got you baited.
It would have been hilarious if it was just a whole ruse for these nuts joke.
Yeah, right.
Type a bunch of gibberish and then be like, it's actually pronounced these nuts on your chin.
It's actually pronounced Robavanka both. And you ask, well, where's the both? Both of these nuts.
Both of these nuts.
So how day 1 works is that these 24 players play in 3 different lobbies, 2 games per lobby. They shuffle up over the course of the games, and then the lowest 8 get knocked out. Same thing kind of happens in the next day, and then the last day, I don't think it's checkmate format. I could be wrong. Let me check. Actually,
is it?
So it's not check place.
Okay, I was gonna say if it's checkmate, that would be an
It would be
exceptional
bad.
tragedy. That would be
Yes,
real
it would be
bad.
bad. It is not checkmate. There are 6 games the third day as well, and the top 3 places, so 1, 2, and 3 last day, get invited to Worlds, which will be happening April 19th, I think, or April 29th, one of those 2 dates. It's down the line in April. We'll get invited to Worlds, and then there's actually a 4th World slot for North America, which is only attainable for the person who makes it to day 3 and then has the highest average placement over the course of the entire event, which is Pog.
Oh,
Yeah. Uh, this
mixing it
is
up.
right. This is something that is a move in the right direction, in my opinion. I'm sure Gavin's opinion as well.
Yep, for
To
sure.
to really find out who is the best and who's going to be the best ones in the world. You want to find out who is consistent. So if they have like if they go 1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1 day 1 and 2, and then they have like a bad day 3, they roll a couple games day 3. They're still going to have the highest average placement and get through, and it's going to be Tipo Pog because we'll be sending our best representatives. So very exciting stuff. Very exciting to see day 1 and day 2 feel a little more valuable as well. So that even if you're already qualified, let's say you're like super ahead of the curve on day 1, you still have a reason to try to get like a first, the last game of the day, because that's going to keep your average placement high for
Yep.
for day 3. That
Yep.
way to qualify for Worlds.
Helps
Very
a lot
cool.
with the AFKing when you're
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
it's time to pull out Pancake Singed because
Or like time to play Lost Ark in the middle of the tournament. Yeah. You can avoid situations like that, hopefully, by putting more emphasis on results from the first 2 days, even though we're already qualified mathematically. And then, along with those 4 slots to Worlds, there's actually going to be a last chance qualifier to Worlds, which is going to be 2 players. There's one for EU and there's one for NA slash the Americas. I think it's players from Latin America, Brazil, NA, and I think what the last region is. The last region is. Whatever the last region in the Americas is. It's there somewhere. I think I said Latin America, right? Latin America,
Yes.
Brazil,
EMEA, NA, LATAM, BR.
Oh, what is EMEA? Oh, maybe okay, no.
That's
Maybe it's not for the
Europe,
Americas
I
then.
think.
Yeah, so I guess there's
EMEA is Europe, yeah.
okay, so I guess Europe also has 2 people because it's 2 people from every. Yeah, okay, so it's 2 people from all of those 4 regions, and then they'll all compete, and 2 players from that last chance qualifier will also get to Worlds. So basically, we're gonna have 6 people from NA get to Worlds. Is all I'm saying. There's no way NA loses to any other region before Worlds even starts.
True.
Yeah, so it's a much cleaner way to Worlds, and this is not even talking about the tournament when we were expecting and stuff, but like just the format and the like last chance qualifier, and it just feels good. I think to feel like regionals is going to be a little better at really finding who's the best person to send to Worlds and counting for variance a little more than traditionally any TFT tournament has. I feel like.
Yeah. I think it sounds like a step in the right direction. I'm glad that they have this in place.
Yep. I think we can probably just get into the meat of our regionals talk. The thing is, we're probably the 2 worst people to talk about like who do we expect to do well and like what we hope to have and stuff. Because we both
I think
don't.
if we had Jirachy here, we would have a much more like a opinionated opinion.
Yeah, because I feel like Kevin and I don't pay a lot of attention to other players.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's very
I'm not
true.
gonna say unfortunately true because I think it's fine to be like focused on yourself and bettering yourself, and rather than saying like, oh, this person's better than this person, yada yada, right? Because I think it's both ways are fine. So I think if Josh was here, we'd have maybe some hot takes, some mics dropped, but I think my limited personal capacity to drop the mic to make predictions I will say, I think like Ramblin', New Bowel. I think New Bowel's actually looking really good right now. Like Ramblin', New
New Bell
Bowel.
seems like he's in form.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Probably.
I was playing some
I
games
don't
with him
know
today.
too much, but yeah.
I think he's feeling good after the Challenger Series win, for sure.
hmm
Um, yeah, I've seen Milk topping a ton of in-houses as well. Not that in-houses are like really the end-all be-all in terms of like what to expect from
Yeah,
the
I
actual
mean,
tournament.
I feel like Milk is always a very scary player.
Yep.
I think like I think out of all of the like I feel like I've always felt the most scared of Milk when
The thing
he's
is with
like
Milk, right? Like he'll be 10 HP, and you're like, oh shit.
yeah,
That's what I was in counter
he's
bot for.
he's actually like yeah, it's there's no guarantee that he goes bot for, and I think that when he has like a game plan or like a sort of idea of what he wants to do, there's like very few players that are like better than him, and that's like why
Yep.
at set 5 worlds me rat me rat me Cledge.
He put
He
Clutch on the map.
me
He
Cledge
really did.
me Cledged all the way to top 3 at Worlds, right?
Which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
He literally one-tricked the reroll comp. A one-cost reroll comp, the top 3 in Worlds.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
It's
Milk
kind of
is the
nuts.
best player in the world at what he does. Like his
hmm
playstyle, he's the best, and he does it so consistently. And I know he set his sights on. So there's actually a bit of quote unquote drama on the TFT. There's drama, but Stocks
Oh.
has been playing a lot of Sivir, and he leaked the Sivir tech, and
Ah.
then a lot of players, including Milk, have kind of come up and snatched it. So now Milk, I think, is an Aurelia Sivir one trick, this 2 trick. But he does it
Is
super
Sivir
well.
like the new Kale? I bet Sivir's gonna be the new Kale of set 6.5. We had
That's what feels like
4.5
it.
Kale.
Everyone's just
6.5 is
playing
gonna
Kale
be
in house
Sivir.
or Kale. Everyone's playing Sivir. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sox has been very dejected that he leaked the tech before regionals. We saw him off
Sorry,
playing against
I had to
Kevin's
kill him
camp.
off. I had to kill him off. This was very important for me. I
For anyone,
apologize.
okay, I'll oh, never mind. I think you already got it. I was gonna shoutcast it for anyone just listening and not
Yeah,
watching, but no, he got his ass.
we got them all.
He got them off. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, no, I think Sox is kind of kicking himself for leaking the tech. But honestly, I think so. Sox is already like rank 1, like a ton of Sivir games in his match history. So I don't think it would make a
Wait, is
difference
he
whether he
still rank
topped rank
1?
or
I
not.
feel like last time I checked, Setsuko overtook him again.
I don't think he's rank 1 anymore, but he was for for a good amount of time. And Sivir was
hmm
all through his match history. So I think people were already kind of catching wind of it. And then he kind of came out and said, "Okay, this is good."
Yeah,
Which
yeah. This
maybe not the
feels
best
bad when you
idea.
leak the tech right before like the biggest tournament of the
Yeah,
of the
he
set.
was saying that he used to, when he played Sivir, he was like 2 rolls or like 20 gold spent on 8. He had Sivir 2 every game, and now it's
hmm
you roll the 0 at 8 and you have 1.5 Sivers.
Yeah.
The other half of Sivir being like a Gnar. So, yeah, not yeah. Strikers are popular. Strikers are very popular
Yeah,
right now.
super popular. I mean, Aurelia is always. I mean, what's that? What's that? Aureliaing? Is that what people type in Twitch chat?
Yes, that is if you type in Twitch chat. It's the name
Nar
of her just
Nar.
like
Yeah.
yeah her. It's her from League, right? Just like queuing onto someone.
I think so. I
Yeah,
guess we probably yeah. There's
I'm pretty sure.
Aureliaing. There's Nar is picking up some steam.
Nar's fun,
Rek'Sai
and
is still a hot piece of garbage that probably shouldn't be. I don't know. Right, I don't know about Rek'Sai, but good traits, good
she's the body. She's
synergies.
just the body on the board. She's like
Yeah,
the 2 cost Janna. Put it on
exactly. Two cause
board. It's
Janna. You just what other strikers are there? Striker Spat. I mean, the Spat makes it very easy to fit in like or 6
Mhm.
strikers, which is not really that amazing, but it's still
I think the
you know.
crazy thing is though that you can striker spat a Senna a lot because you're always playing social
Yeah,
with it, right?
yeah,
And then you can striker spat a
yeah.
Senna, and then the heal becomes enormous, and she just does a ton of work. So striker
hmm
spat is super good in the comp for sure because you can just
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean
that's what I think.
yeah. I'll go
Sorry, go ahead.
keep going.
I was gonna say
I was good.
okay. I was gonna say it's less about 6 strikers, which is like a spat on a center there just makes her go ham gang.
Yeah, and it's just like whenever you can kind of make a spat, I feel like its value just the trade's value just goes up a lot because like
Yeah.
like syndicate spat. Like before in set 6 you had syndicate spat, now you don't. But like it just makes it so much easier to play the synergy and get chase trades or like fit better units on your board. Because now it feels a little bit awkward to play like a bunch of syndicates just because you can't get the spat as easily.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I think what feels kind of awkward about Striker Spat is that if you think about the spats, right? Mutant Spat, like no mutant really wants a cloak, so it's the throwaway component, and it turns cloak really good, a really good item. Debonair Spat, like another chain, not necessarily the worst component in Debonair, but you're not generally looking for if you're playing Draven or Brand or whatever, so you can throw away that. But in Striker Spat, you want a ton of sword items. You want IEGS, maybe a Zeke's, a BT, and then Striker Spat requires a sword, which can be really, really
that's
awkward.
the awkward part.
Yeah, itemization wise, it can be really, really hard to make a Striker Spat because you make a Striker Spat and all of a sudden you have like a declaw Irelia because you missed some of your BT. You're like, ah, shit, this is full AD lobby. And speaking of full AD lobbies, NA, the top of NA that's in regionals right now, almost exclusively play AD. It's gonna be it's gonna be like a very, very AD heavy tournament.
In general, I think if most people lean towards one thing, if they can be flexible, that like in general, like as a meta read, I think that it actually tends to be detrimental to them a lot of the time.
I'd agree.
So I think it'll probably agree. If that's the case, it'll definitely benefit the flex players because I remember because this is going back like in the set 4.5, right? There are two types of players actually. There were mage abusers, so so that was actually like New Bal Ramblin. They played like almost exclusively mages, and then there were Kale abusers who almost exclusively played Kale. So like when you have people like that in the final lobby all contesting each other, it's actually just a coin flip, And I feel like it's the people that can sort of be flexible and play around having to hit those units that usually come out on top.
Yeah. Was Sox was he a Kale abuser? I know DQA was like the biggest one. He was like really good at
playing. Yeah, DQA was the biggest one. Kurum played a lot of it. Sox actually played a lot of it as well. It's just that it was like the itemization was different from the standard Rageblade RFC QSS Kale. Like he would play some different items, but he was definitely like a Kale abuser.
He played a ton of Kale.
Yeah, they all played like so much Kale.
Then the Ramblin' New Val with their mage.
Yeah, they were hard mage.
Those are the ASOL days.
Yeah. 8 mage ASOL or
like the ASOL god.
Yeah, or like Mage Soul or Mage Spat Swain, When that guy was fucking running around winning lobbies for you. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's been it's interesting to compare this regionals to something like that where people were kind of set in their ways, but it was not just AD or AP, where it feels like a lot of players right now are leaning so heavily towards Irelia, Draven, Sivir. Irelia, Draven, Sivir with like quick reroll potential, and Talon's more of a I don't even think you can call him AD. He's kind of mixed. He feels like an AD comp. He's like a Sid comp, but it's not technically.
Yeah. I mean, Talon is an interesting sort of.
He's a weird guy.
He's strange, very very strange.
But I learned about
you can find
today or this week.
Yeah. I played a game actually. I got a top 4 with the worst Talon items you've ever imagined. It was like I had RFC, Gargoyle, Stoneplate, GA Talon. It was actually awful. Just like I got dropped like chain, belt, chain, and then 2 bows. Like, oh no, this is so bad.
Yeah, he can just randomly pop off. Yeah, it feels. I mean, people are leaning very heavily towards AD for sure. Like, I think Jace is a popular option. Obviously,
Jinx,
super high caps, AD boards. Zeri can hold AD items, but she doesn't feel like the highest cap ever a lot of the time. I feel like, at least right
Yeah,
now,
I
there's
think I really like AP Zeri a lot more than AD Zeri.
Mhm.
It's something about it. Something about it. I mean,
I think it's with the boner, it feels better because like you want to
yeah,
play a lot
yeah,
of
for
boners with her, and
sure.
then you already have so much base AP that you might as well work like a
Hmm.
JG angle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I had
yeah. The
like
thing
an yeah,
I think
very
about
good
Zeri
Morello
right
holder
now.
also though.
Yeah, no, she's a super good Morello. I feel like most people just feel like best in slot Zeri right now is a Morello and a Draven comp, like a Morello and then an
Hmm.
itemized Draven too. Veg,
Yeah, bench.
veg. Um, yeah, I think Zeri kind of struggles into like striker matchup in particular. I think she struggles because she has a really hard time killing an Irelia that's like dashing around and like she doesn't like Irelia doesn't care if you're killing her backline. And Warwick also does
Hmm.
not care if you're killing his backline. He just cares about if he stays alive and then he gets to. I was playing Warwick reroll on ladder the other day. Someone had Zeri 2 at the end of stage 4, and my Warwick 2 beat it.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Whoa.
just couldn't kill my Warwick. Like they had no anti heal,
Yeah,
and even if they did, I think I
yeah,
still couldn't have killed the Warwick.
yeah.
It
I
was
mean,
not good.
no anti heal into Warwick is just kind of yikers. It's
Yeah, you either need anti heal
you
or you
you
need
have
so
no
much damage
chance.
that it doesn't matter, which is hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Very hard.
Either it's anti heal or you actually need to you need to have a backline carry and it needs to be like right in front of the Warwick and just
Yeah,
like focusing it the entire fight.
I
Because if you
actually
give him time to scale and to get Titan stacks, then it's done.
I want to talk about Warwick a bit, but I want to talk about the experience I had with him first. Where I was playing Jin, right? This is
Hmm.
I think this is Learning House. I was playing a Jin board. This was Jin 2 with IEGS into a Warwick 3. The Jin was hitting the Warwick at the very start of the fight, right? So he
Hmm.
gets to Chemtech range. The Jin was healing him the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
Like the Warwick's HP went from 75% to 100% and did not drop the rest of the fight. It just straight
Yeah.
up did not fucking drop the rest of the
Yeah.
fight. It
Because
was
like for an AD unit into Warwick, right? You kind of need like you want armor shred because he's gonna be stacking the resistances, right?
mhm.
You want a GS because he's over GS, but you also want like anti heal and you want like CC, but he might have QSS. It's real
Needs to be
it's
like a
real hard.
perfect storm to beat him for a lot of boards. Yeah, Warwick is going to be very popular. He's I feel like there's a Warwick player in almost every lobby. It's kind of
Hmm.
died down a little bit. I think the last couple days. I don't know if people are just moving away from it because they all feel like they know how to play it, or if they're just kind of getting AD fever. It feels like everyone's getting AD
Hmm.
fever and just kind of shit. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Warwick is a pretty nasty unit. That guy
Yeah.
is winning so many lobbies and spots where you're like, why the fuck does Warwick 2 beat or Warwick 3 beat like Galio 2, Zeri 2, Jinx 2, Jace 2 board?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for sure. I think Warwick is actually very interesting as a reroll because I've actually played Warwick a lot now, like a lot. Been testing it out. There are spots where you can and can't play him. So I think like trying to hard force the unit is actually not actually that great. Like just open forting for Warwick, trying to like
Mhm.
make all your like make full gold and then roll for him at 3-2. I don't think he actually functions that well when you try to do something like that. Because the idea with war, you want to be as strong as possible. And you want to be like streaking for as long as possible, right? And it just feels like a lot of the times when you just open for it, you can't keep that streak going. Uh,
I would agree. Yeah.
that's that's just from my experience. But like I played a Mercs game today with Warwick. I like took featherweights. I played Mercs as my board, and I did a 3 cash out, and then I put a Warwick on my board, and I just never lost another fight from then on out. It was crazy. It was like it was insane.
Wait, so out of curiosity, what do you think are the conditions to play Warwick? If you had to
um,
obviously it's kind of a loaded question, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think like you do need sort of like to have the bow, right? You kind of have to have the items to start off. Well, that Merc game I actually didn't have any Warwick items. But I had a bunch of bows, so and a bunch of
get
quins.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of like I would say like your most important items are bows. Like a lot of people will say like, oh, you need QSS on Warwick, but while QSS is good, if you don't have a Titans, then you are going to lose most of your fights. Uh,
That's the big
so
thing I realized last time I played Warwick.
yeah,
I had QSS Rage Blade Warwick through stage 3, and I lost every fight. He
yeah,
just didn't have
yeah,
the stats to.
yeah. Because that's the thing, right? Why that item? Like, if you like look at the fights when you don't have the Titans, I keep on telling this to people on my stream as well because they're like, "Why are you not going for QSS for Warwick?" And I was like, "Because I would rather have a Titans on him." Because he, the the issue is he can get CC'd, but that's only part of the issue, right? The more important thing is he needs to scale. Like he needs to survive. He needs to be tanky. And like Warwick on his own is actually not that tanky of a unit. He's really not. So you could have like as many Rage Blade stacks as you want, and you could have like you could have this QSS, but it's not actually making him any tankier. So your boy is just gonna get hit like 3 times, get Morello'd, and then he's gonna pop. He's gonna get 2-tapped. If you have a Titans, what happens is he's gonna get hit a bunch. You're gonna be at 25 stacks, and you'll see that his autos heal him for like a fifth of his HP, and he's like autoing like 1 time every. He's like
Every
autoing
fifth
like a
of a
madman,
second.
right?
Just full
Yeah,
HP
every fifth
every
of a
second.
second. Yeah, so he's like unkill. That's how he becomes unkillable, right? So I just see so many people like just itemizing him in a way where he just like pops,
I've seen
and
double
that's the most
Titans
important thing.
do so well. Like double Titans QSS Warwick feels like best in slot, to be honest. Feels
Mm-hmm.
almost better than Rage Blade a lot of the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like it's when he has those tank stats, that's when he becomes like a menace, right? Like an absolute unstoppable monster. Uh, and it's he's a spooky unit. He's a spooky unit.
He's
I
very
can definitely
spooky.
see a lot of people playing.
Yeah, he's very sweet. I think he's popular. I think the nice thing is like a lot of people don't actually know that, but we gotta make sure. Mateo, don't upload this until tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't really know how to play him super well, and I self included honestly. Before this week, I did some testing, and I was like, okay, I did not have Titans here. I lost. I did the Titans here. I won. So I was like, okay, it's Titans or bust. I was watching GV8 a lot. He was forcing war like every game for a while.
Yeah, yeah. I've actually been talking with GV8 a bit. Like before he started playing Warwick, we had a little chatteroo about Warwick.
Pow wow.
And what made him
Bow wow.
what made him yeah, a little powwow. Bow wow. Oh man. Oh no.
So did you teach him how to play Warwick?
I don't really know what I told him. I think I just told I think I just mentioned Titans. Yeah. But I think because he was already seeing people play it on EU, and so like when you're a good player and you see people play something and it works, you can figure out like why it works, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, the unit is strong. Unit is real strong. The Quinn is also a menace. Quinn is actually
so fucking annoying.
Like if you play any AD comp, it just feels so bad to deal with Quinn, right? It's like, especially if you're like, yeah.
Like, imagine playing Draven into Warwick. It's literally unplayable. Like your Draven just gets fucking.
Yeah.
You have 2 bow items on, right? You have like a lot office where you have like
you have
GS
Challenger going
Blade.
usually.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So like the argument is that you can play like Kaisa, right? You can play Kaisa and little Kaisa. What happens when the Quinn 3 one-shots the Kaisa? Or even if she doesn't, then Draven has enough Rage Blade stacks where all of a sudden he has more attacks than the Kaisa and just gets whacked out. It's just, oh my god.
Like Sivir as well. Sivir ults.
Yeah.
Instant target. She's done. I think that's really why like QSS might, if people are playing Warwick, QSS probably if you're playing an 80, like a backline 80 carry, probably higher value.
Mhm.
Uh,
But the problem is you don't have damage at that point, right? So it's like this whole shit show where like Quinn is the I can't think of a better unit that someone could make to support Warwick than Quinn, and they're the same cost and the same synergy.
Yeah, it works so well, right? Because Warwick is just wailing on the front line, and you don't have to deal with the back line killing you because Quinn is just like making them not play the game.
Yeah, they can't exist.
Yeah,
that's why AP feels really good in Warwick lobbies. You give less of a shit, basically. It still sucks, obviously.
The thing about AP is like you don't have that kind of burst single target damage a lot of the time, unless you're playing Malzahar. Malzahar's cracked.
That was a good unit.
Malz is a pretty good unit, but yeah, a lot of the time you don't have that like single target burst to really make Warwick like not stack. Because if he's got the Rage Play Titans or like Titans, then you might kill the rest of the team, but Warwick is gonna be like full health, mowing down your entire team because you don't have that much scaling during fight, and Warwick is full stacks.
Do you feel like the way to beat Warwick is to generally try to kill him before he stacks rather than find a way to kill him after he
stacks? Yeah. I mean, it's either that or you kind of want to have like at least some healing reduction like left by the end of the fight, right? Like if you still have a Morello's unit or a Sunfire's unit there, while the Warwick is like the only unit left, then you can beat him.
Yep.
You might not beat him, but you can beat him.
I really love Sunfire right now because it just feels so consistent in the Warwick. You can also just snipe him out at the beginning of the fight because Sunfire applies so much more quickly than Morello's to it.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe the Jhin or the Draven can actually kill him before it goes to the wire. To finish out our talk about regionals meta, there's one unit, speaking of Malzahar, one synergy, one comp that we haven't discussed too much, which has been pairing it up on ladder and tournament, which is Synaptic Web Malzahar.
Oh, baby, what a synergy! Broken beyond belief.
Yes,
it's actually, in terms of balance, it's the most disgusting thing of all time.
I would agree with that. It is basically what happens is people just like 3 or 4 people just have blue buff Morello's Gunblade Malzahar 2, and they all top 4.
Yeah. I mean, like
he hits your whole board. Your board just starts dying. Their front line's getting healed from the Gunblade. Malzahar 2 does like 30 billion damage in that fight, and then Kha'Zix just runs around and kills her in the meantime. It's very strong.
It's like it's pseudo doable to like deal with it if you stack enchanters, but even then, you're not guaranteed to win if they have like a stack Kha'Zix.
Yeah.
Because like the Kha'Zix will come in and kill everything anyways. And you'll be like, well, this is unfortunate. I thought I stood a chance. Like I had the most cracked board yesterday in a Synaptic lobby. I was playing like, I had 5 innovators, I had a stacked Jhin, a stacked Jinx, Jace 2, 4 scrap, 3 enchanters, and a Fawn. And I was level 9, and I lost to this fucker who was playing fucking 7 mutant board on both of them.
I feel that. It's just insane. I think that one of the biggest issues is that it punishes you for. So there's this one of the best parts about Sivir, right? I'm gonna backpedal here a little bit. One of the best things about Sivir is that she's pretty stable as a 1-star or the 1-cost unit, right? Or 1-star unit. It's a 4-cost. Pretty stable when she's 1-star on stage 4, being stage 4, right? You just have a lot of frontline. She's relatively safe. She does her thing. But on Synaptic Web, if you ever have a 1-star carry, Kha'Zix is just gonna insta ult, go hit it to half HP, and then your carry's dead because they're the target of Kha'Zix the rest of the fight. It's just it punishes low rolling or just like not having a 2-star carry so hard. But if you have like a 2-star, let's say you're playing instead of that Sivir, you're playing like a 2-star Gnar or something, right? Like you're playing like a tier down but 2-star. Then Malzahar just fucking kills it.
There's no way. It's very, very hard to deal. Like front to back, it's hard. Honestly, your best bet is probably Warwick. Your best bet is probably
seriously.
Warwick. He's like the one unit that can Yeah, he can like survive the DPS, scale up during the fight. Because the thing is, like, Malzahar doesn't do that much damage to like very tanky units, right? But the thing about the mutant comp is that it doesn't matter because they're gonna hit everybody on your board anyways, right? So your carry's gonna die, everybody's gonna die. If it's not tanked items, it's gonna die. But the best part about Warwick is it doesn't matter what happens to your other units, as long as your Warwick is alive, you can still win the fight.
Yeah, I feel like that's why you see a lot of Socialite Aurelia into it too. I feel like
Hmm.
because she doesn't give a shit if the rest of her board dies. It's
Yeah,
literally like 7 synergy bots in Aurelia. So
yeah.
yeah, well, there's a couple of those boards actually running around. I think Nar 3 can do a similar thing where you just basically have him as an Aurelia and he's another 1v10 unit. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
But
probably the
yeah,
best
really,
like
like, yeah, it's
that.
it's real gross though. Like if you look at the stats of Synaptic, it's like by far the best mutant.
I remember I saw it the other day. Is it like above 4.0? Or it's like right,
Yeah, it's like
it's pretty
above.
close to 4.0.
It's very close to 4.0, if not above, and it's like probably the most played mutants trade. Which is
Yeah.
like, when that's the case, it's like that's a
Oh.
yiker.
Sheesh. Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very strong. Though actually, talking about the meta, the last comp we have not talked about is 6 Sniper with Alistair.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
That's
When you can pull out the three sniper spats,
only
think
with
about
win on
it.
Cho'Gath. If you have Sniper
Yeah,
Cho'Gath, that's the
yeah.
key of the board. But no, I think that probably about wraps it up for the meta. I mean, like innovators,
Hmm.
Innovator Aurelia, Social Aurelia, they exist. There's a C
Yeah.
patch that fixed some bugs, so Aurelia is a little bit worse now overall. She won't get bugged out, but she got like Socialite also was over.
Mm.
As they
Yeah,
bugged out for
yeah.
damage, got taken down.
They
Corki
they
doesn't
completely
whiff
removed True
missiles.
Justice.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Jersey's
she
just out of
was
the
no
game
longer
for a
on.
bit while they
Yep.
try to figure out why the fuck it's super broken. And then Corki. So I played a game of 6 Yordles today, and Corki not missing missiles. Oh my god, it feels so good. It
Oh
feels
yeah.
so good.
It's
Yeah, I'm very
big,
pumped
and
about
Corgi was already like a very good unit
it.
before that.
He was very strong. Actually, I've I don't know what games I played today, but I played one today too where I was playing Double Trouble Sharpshooter, right? And
Mm.
my board, the only synergy I had when I won the game was 3 Twin Shot. Because I had 2 GPs, 2 Lucians, 2 Corgis, and 2 Vexes. Wait.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
It's
that'll
just
do
straight
it.
up 3
That'll
Twin
do it.
Shot. That's my only fucking synergy. But it was really strong. Corki was insane. He's so good. Feels and yeah, so tomorrow it starts at 7 p.m. EST for anyone listening right now, watching right now. I don't know if this will be up before tomorrow. It may or may not before it starts, but if it's not, then let's say it goes up tomorrow night after the tournament. It also is on Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. EST. So if you want to go watch some really high level TFT, have some fun, watch people force Malzahar, or watch a bunch of people slam their head into a brick wall as they all force AD, uh, that's the place to be. That's the place to be.
Just play 8 bodyguards. The new meta
Just
is
yeah,
8
just
bodyguards
bat chest.
with AP Blitzcrank. Your board survives long enough that the Blitzcrank can kill all the units.
Okay, low key, I think 8 bodyguard with a single Kaisa is insane. It's so good
Hmm.
because Kaisa just scales with the course of the fight. Right? She does not fucking die with the bodyguard spats. There's something like bodyguard spat, Hodge, Rageblade, Kaisa 1.
Oh
And
yeah,
she'll
for
just kill the
sure.
whole board. And yeah, it's so good. All you need is like 4 bodyguard spats and a Kaisa. And enough gold
True.
to hit all of that.
True.
Right? Uh, that is going to wrap it up on in terms of the regional discussion, though. Again, go watch if you're interested. It's going to be a sick tournament. I'll be in it. I'll be streaming it. Everyone in it will be streaming it. It'll also be live on the Teamfight Tactics Twitch channel, which is just twitch.tv/Teamfight Tactics. The casting desk is actually insane. It's Doa, Frodan, Bryce Blum, aka Esports Law, or Esports Coleslaw for anyone
Esports
in the know.
coleslaw.
And
Admirable is gonna be there, I think.
Admirable is the
Right?
fourth one. Yeah. Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
That's such a goaded lineup.
Hmm.
And then I think the host is Necro. If I'm not right.
I think so.
It's gonna be a sick desk. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a very sick desk. We've had so many sick desks recently, like the all queer desk last time with like Jirachy and Casanova was so sick. So yeah, it's gonna be
Well,
sick.
I mean, all of the casting decks are sick. I think
Yeah,
TFT
they're
has
all
some
great.
great casters.
We have some really great talents here. The fact that like Doa and Frodan, who are like super well renowned casters, take the time to go come cast TFT for probably much less than they make in other places. This is, and then obviously like you have so many like Bryce and Admirable. Admirable is a lot of casting outside of. I mean, Admirable's right there with Doa and Frodan in terms of like coded casters. It's gonna be sick regardless. Go do the do. Go watch it. Fuck it. If you're it's Friday night and this just dropped and you're listening to this right now instead of watching the tournament, go watch the tournament. Come back. It'll be fine. We'll be here. Don't worry about it.
True.
Okay.
We will be here.
That's about it in terms of TFT talk today. It's gonna be like a relatively shorter episode, but I think we're just gonna shoot the shit for a bit.
Yeah. Appies
like
and I are gonna
15
talk
minutes.
about, I don't know, just random topics.
Just give me a rundown on how to play Mahjong.
Okay, we can go. First thing you do, you spend all of your money on the site Mahjong Soul.
Yes, for
So you
all
get
the
all
anime
of the
girl
cool
gachas.
cosmetics. You get all the anime girls. You get animated skins. You get the cool animations where you win and your fucking board explodes and all that good shit, and like music starts playing. So there's actually like so one of the cosmetics is when when you're like one away from winning, you can call Richie. Where basically what it does is you're saying I'm a Chad, and you slam down this tile, you declare Richie to tell everybody at the table that you're one away from winning, and you don't play the hand anymore. Basically, every one of your draws goes out immediately, and if you win, you just win. But yeah, there are animations involved with that, and one of the cosmetics is once you Richie, this like hype music starts playing in the background.
It's like the My Hero Academia OST.
Yeah. So what you do is you spend all your money on the site, you get all of the cosmetics, because when you roll into a lobby with all of the cosmetics, you actually scare the other people into folding.
Into submission.
Into submission. I cannot tell you like how many games I've played where I see this person, they're like a whale. I see how much money they've spent on the game just based off of their cosmetics. I'm like, holy shit, I'm actually about to lose.
Yeah, like, they must be so good at this game.
Yeah.
It's like the person in like fucking bronze 1 rolling up with the like 3-star not Chibi J. Oh yeah, fucking 3-star Chibi J or 3-star like Earth. What is that Earth called?
The Dowsy?
Yeah, Earth Dowsy. It's like they're
Mhm.
rolling up with that. And like that one arena that costs a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh shit, I'm done. Like this is it.
It's
And not
over.
that, not that if you're bronze 1, you shouldn't be allowed to buy that stuff. You can definitely buy that
That's
stuff.
true.
Enjoy playing TFT, want the cosmetics. But like you gotta know that you're fucking everyone's mental. If you roll up in that lobby and you just have all the bling, like they know they're gonna lose. They know they're worse at the game than you.
Yeah, truly pay to win.
True pay.
Truly
Yeah,
pay to win.
the real pay to win part about TFT is that the better cosmetics you have, the more you fuck with everyone else's mental. It's like the real pay to win. I was watching Frodan last night, water review with Jirachy and Bryce. They were talking about how Hearthstone has this. They're talking about how TFT could become pay to win. Like what could Riot do to make it pay to win?
Oh yeah.
And apparently Hearthstone Battlegrounds has this thing where like it's essentially you get like another augment. It's like the equivalent if you got another augment twice for paying.
Battlegrounds actually has a pay to win type thing.
They have augments.
It's like
what is the correlation there? What is the comparison?
So I think so. Don't quote me on this because I actually haven't played Battlegrounds before, but I believe what it is you choose a hero at the start of the game, and these heroes have abilities. So typically, I think you can choose like between 3, but if you pay money, I think you can choose 4.
So it's like
Something like that.
Augment.
Yeah, one big ass augment.
Huh. Yeah.
So like if I could pay to see 4 augments instead of 3 augments,
Imagine. Holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
I'd put my credit card in.
Yeah, I mean, probably right.
Take up my credit card. Yeah, I'd be willing on regionals. Sure.
Yeah. Fuck it, just like
Gotcha
you
regionals.
whale, you get every single augment available to you, and you do that just so that you can take double trouble every game.
Yeah, you literally just handpick double trouble, sharpshooter, Triforce every game.
Yeah. You're like, oh my goodness, it just plays itself.
That was that game I played today. I literally had sharpshooter and double trouble and a Triforce.
Oh my goodness.
It was gross. It was so
yeah, it's kind of gross.
Like sometimes the game does just play itself. Yeah, that'd be
Mhm.
I don't know. I never played Hearthstone Battlegrounds, but it does look kind of fun. I mean, it's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
it's like Super Auto Pets.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Auto Pets.
The games are like very quick, I think. You have like 40 health. Yeah, it's like hyper
With no
roll,
positioning.
kind of. Yeah, nope. Well, kind of, because you like move your cards, right? I think.
Okay.
But it's not like, yeah, it's like they're all in a line, and basically it's like where they are in the line, kind of.
So it's very much the Super Auto Pets.
Yeah, kind of, very much, except like, yeah, basically, except Super Auto Pets, I think they go like this way, right?
Yeah.
Hearthstone Battlegrounds, they go like, okay, I know that the listeners can't really do see what I'm doing, but like, Super Auto Pets, I'm taking my two fingers and I'm pointing them towards each other, like two dicks touching, right? And then for Battlegrounds, it's like this, right? It's like, if you have two octopus and their legs are one coming from the bottom and one from the top, right? It's like that.
A carnivore's mouth, or not carnivore. Wait, no, wait. What is that called?
Carnivine?
Carnivine, not carnivore. Carnivine, yeah, Carnivine's mouth. Why did I say straight up fucking carnivore? I guess like
I kind of they have sharp teeth.
Yeah, true. That was a beautiful display of how to, how to imagine that. That's how to avoid copyright 101. How to avoid copyright
exactly.
101. Just change it from octopus legs to two dicks touching.
Two dicks touching.
Success in life, chat. I did chat like on Reflex.
Yeah. I've been streaming too long.
Yeah, right. I'm actually cutting back my hours streaming to finally add exercise back into my really nice.
Ooh, not bad.
I've been putting off my physical health for so long now to just stream a bunch and slash just like once I'm done streaming, think about TFT. And it feels weird but really good.
Oh, that's crazy, because my physical health has not been like, I've not done anything for my physical health since high school, so I should probably get back on that.
Okay.
I used to run at the gym.
Okay, Mateo's in on this too. We all learned Mahjong. We all
go to the gym.
Sport. Wait, fuck it. Mateo teaches us handball. You teach us Mahjong. And I'll teach both of you how to pee with one eye closed. And not getting on the toilet seat.
Okay.
I'm not very good at that. I don't know why. That's not my skill. That's not really my skill.
Okay, business, being with one eye closed.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It'll be really helpful the next time, next Halloween, when somebody decides to, go as a pirate.
The next time you find yourself on a ship in the middle of the ocean in the 1700s, you will be thanking me. That's all I'm gonna say.
True.
It happens to everyone at some point in life.
How is it? Kind of random thought, but like, why do pirates need eye patches? Is it because of scurvy?
They just have like fucked up eyes.
But like, why?
Because is it scurvy affect eyes? Maybe they just get their eyes poked out a lot. Or is it sea salt? Maybe.
Perhaps. Some assume pirates wore eye patches to cover a missing eye. Okay, of course you would cover a missing eye with an eye patch. Condition the eye so the pirate could fight in dark.
That sounds like Cap. Who you don't fight? You don't fight in the dark on the ocean. You just have like a.
I don't know. It takes an average human eye about 25 minutes to fully adapt from bright sunlight to seeing in complete darkness. If a
Oh,
pirate fighting on deck in the sunlight then had to continue the fight under the deck where it's usually pretty dark, it could take too long for their eyes to adjust and for the pirate to be able to see. Oh my
yeah.
god!
Mateo's typing this all in the chat. And he says, because above the ship there's a lot of light, and you keep the other covered. So when you go below the ship in the dark, you just uncover the other. That's some
Oh
five-head
my...
shit.
Oh, that is actually insane. That's actually, like, so five-head. Oh, this is
All
the
right,
first time I've ever heard about this.
Yeah, what? When's the pirate auto battler coming out? I'm hooked now. Fuck the Pokemon auto battler.
Yeah, wait, that's nuts. I mean, there are
Wanna
mercenaries or
my-
pirates, right? Gameplay, just play mercenaries every game.
Yeah. Does GP have an eye patch? I feel like he does.
Maybe MF does.
Wait, no, MF. She doesn't have an eye patch. I feel like no one's looking at her face.
Let me look. So GP, his hat is covering it. I can't tell. Okay, GP default skin does not. Misfortune. Which skin is it? Misfortune. Her hat is also covering it, so I can't tell.
Wait, Pirate MF does. Breaking news,
Oh,
2022. Really? For the first time ever, someone notices that MF has an eye patch.
Holy moly. Wait, really? Wait, how can Mateo tell here? Well, there's one eye patch at least.
Oh, no, she doesn't.
Okay, she does not. What about Tom Kench? Definitely no.
He has eyes. He must.
Yeah, he has little dot things. Yeah, I mean, catfishes are kind of blind though. True. I'm pretty sure catfish have. Okay, what about Quinn?
Wait, this is totally random, but the most impressive thing I've ever done in my life is when I was like 5 years old. I caught a catfish with my bare hands.
Oh snap!
Luckily, it was a baby catfish because like if you get a full-grown catfish, they have like your hands all fucked up because they're like spiky.
Oh really?
I caught like a baby catfish with bare hands in like swamp area. My dad was like, "Holy shit, that's insane!" And then tossed it back.
Oh snap!
Yeah, best thing I peaked basically.
Oh hell yeah! 5-year-old Abby's catching catfish. Oh. Okay, mercenary. The Quinn, she does have an eye patch. We did it.
Oh, that's why she's
Quinn has an eye patch. Exactly. There you go. And maybe Alawi, but probably not.
Wait, are there other mercs?
Nope. I think those are it. Right? There are like 4 mercs, right? Maybe 5, 4.
Yeah,
one, two. There are 5. There are 5 mercs. There are 5 mercs.
Why were Jason Darius space pirates? Instead of Jace. They have like pirate skins, or is that just because Jace just looked like he was in a cult? Darius just looked like normal Darius. Like
I don't know why the Jace skin was a space pirate skin.
Yeah, I mean, he does look kind of spacey. He looks like the guy.
Yeah, I guess kind of.
Like the end of the first Guardians. Wait, let me look this skin up. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, what is this called? Jace skins review. Where is it? It's called Forsaken Jace. How does that make sense as a space pirate?
Yeah, what the hell? He does not look like okay. I'm gonna take this up with Morthong, and this does not look like a space pirate.
The Darius one does though, kind of.
Okay, no, the Darius one was not his number one. Yeah, that looks insane. Oh, no, I'm looking at the Graves one. The Graves one looks really good.
Space pirate. Space pirate Graves. Yeah, I think the Darius one is the GP like the GP the space pirate GP one looks really good. Yeah, I mean GP and Graves are actually like their names are okay. When I played League actually, or when I played League with my friends, I would always call GP Graves, like without fail. I would be playing my Teemo top lane, and I'd be laning against a GP, and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm dying to Graves, and there would be no Graves because it would be a GP, but it's sort of like when I talk about like Senna and Seraphine in this sec. I always get their names mixed up.
Okay, I have a problem with any unit that starts with the letter J. They have 2 big problems that get me tongue-tied. One is I will never call Jace or like Jana or anything like that. I just always call them the wrong J name, and then for some reason, like Rabadons and Warmogs in my brain, they're like the same item, and so I without fail call Warmogs Rabadons and Rabadons Warmogs. So they just feel like one big stat stick, and then I don't call Deathblade either. I don't call Deathblade Death Cap or anything. I don't know. It's like the one thing that I always do.
Yeah. Huh.
Not that it's that interesting of a thing to do, but still, I mean, it fucks with me sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
it keeps me up at night. I just think, like, why me? Why do I say
league names are
Rabadon?
confusing. They should just limit it to like 10 things, 10 items, 10 champions. Boom.
Warmogs. Wait, what is that? Gargoyle stone plate, gargoyle leg plate, gargoyle helmet,
Gargoyle sword.
He just let you put them all in one unit and you just turn into fucking Exodia. Down. Down.
Oh my goodness. This is
we are gonna start wrapping up here. So if anyone in chat has any questions, this has been a very chillax episode of the podcast.
Indeed.
It's the weird thing is it's about regionals. Kevin and I both don't feel very strongly about ranking people.
If you want to see some in-depth player analysis, you probably want to check out Don't Talk If You Don't Know.
Which is on after, is it 9 p.m. or is it?
I think it's 9 p.m. would be my guess. Indeed. Indeed.
Also, it'll be on YouTube for anyone watching on YouTube or listening. That podcast. They're going to make a tier list tonight about... So it's an unofficial one. They didn't get like a panel vote or anything, I think. They're just making a list of... They're just making a list for their like regionals tier list. It's not like an official power ranking or anything. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds hype.
Should be fun. I had Soju and Robin on tonight, which is going to be an absolute shit show. Kevin was on last week. If anyone didn't catch that one, it was a really good episode. If you like high level TFT discussion, love hearing RamKev talk about players and then do the report card section, which was the only time the report card section of that show has not been a mess because the guest actually prepared.
It was kind of a mess though. I like so to actually prep for the report card section. I watched the Milk episode, right? And I learned that it was actually like he completely fucked up the scoring. Changed the scoring scheme. So I was using Milk's scoring scheme, and I convert all my numbers back.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is no fault of Bryce and Frodan, by the way. This report card section always gets fucked up. The guest just never actually prepares anything, and then second guesses every single category. Whereas, why is this category this? Without any, it's historically been a little bit of a, it's a funny section for sure. If not a little chaotic. And then Kevin brought some piece to the chaos there. So definitely go watch that if you're interested. I think we are reaching the end of the line here. Gotta start wrapping up. There were no questions, so I'll ask the question. Kevin, when are you gonna dye your hair pink?
Oh, this is always a very troubling question because, yeah, I should probably just put in an Amazon order for a pink wig. I think because it's gonna be really awkward when I go into research meetings and my very serious research my very serious advisor is just gonna be there and he's be like, why is your hair pink? And I'll have to say oh, and then I have to explain to him that I dyed my hair pink, and he'll be very
down with anime protagonitis.
Yeah, anime protagonist syndrome.
It's a real problem.
I mean, honestly, he probably, I don't know.
There's no way he wouldn't watch anime. Everyone watches anime.
Yeah, everyone. He probably actually doesn't. I think because he's 50x years old. From Israel. Yeah.
He's also not a professor at it. Maybe that's the difference maker of that one.
That's a potential.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely think about a wig, but the dyeing is a spooky step.
That's fair.
Mostly because of the rabbit hole of having to explain things to my advisor. If I were like, working or something, I would totally do it.
You know what you do? You dye your hair and then you wear a black wig.
True.
We'll figure this out.
We'll figure it out.
No. That is going to do it here for us at the Triforce Tactics Podcast. Thank you so much, Kevin, as always, for being a great host, great co-host. Thank you, Mateo, for being a great producer, as always. Thank you, chat, for being around on Twitch.
Big thanks to Appies for hosting the episode when he's got the regionals tomorrow.
It's a good way to chill out before regionals. Talking to the homies,
Yeah.
And obviously, make sure to like and subscribe and follow and track and hunt and forage on any site you may or may not be listening or watching us on. Maybe if you got like a radio and you're not even on a site, it's just like someone's typing this whole podcast out in Morse code. You never know. Make sure to thank the person on the radio if that is you. And until next time, peace.